We just got to go now back onto our yacht, and
this thing right here, this is mine. So yeah, if you'd like to hop on board.
yeah, mine's behind his. God, I wish I had a yacht. What's going on, guys? So I've been in London now for 3 months, and tonight's actually the first night that I'm getting out of my comfort zone, and I'm going to meet another YouTuber, and we're going to go take some photos in the city. And all this started when I started following these boys from Melbourne, Australia, Hayden Pedersen, 7th Era, North Borders, Le Mans, and they do this thing what's called a photo battle, where they all go out in a specific area or city, and they have to take certain photos and meet back at the same point they started, and then they let their Instagram and Instagram stories, and they let their audience decide on their favourite photo, and then they choose a winner at the end. I then came across on Facebook another group of boys here in London who were inspired by these boys from Australia. They decided to do a photo battle for themselves, and I missed out on this by only a couple of weeks. Fucking a couple of weeks. Anyway, it's because of all this that's happened that I finally decided to get out of my comfort zone and meet up with some other YouTubers. So I reached out, and I'm in one of the best cities in the world to do this. Without further ado, meet Alan Chen. He's my mate, my new mate.
I'm Alan.
I've just met him now.
You guys.
This is Alan. Met him on what was it, Facebook? Yeah.
Facebook, no small creator. So he found my video, or he found me through Danny's video. We did a London photo battle. You commented, said you like my stuff. He's based in London, I'm based in London. So I was like, you know what, we'll meet up sometime. And I went to get my hair cut today. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go out and about in London straight after. And why not hit you up, see if you're down.
He's going to teach me a few things, so
teach him a few things.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
He's going to teach me a few things, and then we'll just go from there.
About to get some sick shots right here. Alan's on the other side. You ready, mate?
I'm so ready. So, what you can see here looks absolute crap. It's just darkness, but
you're going to bring it up, yeah.
Yeah, I know I can like bring out.
Oh, that actually looks sick. Kind of creepy.
A little bit creepy. But I'm going to bring out the reds in the tunnel, bring out the lights, show your face a bit more, make the behind more darker, so focus on you. So I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited to
see it. Yeah, 100%.
Gotta get it right now. Yeah, push over limits with you right now. Gotta get it right now. Yeah, push over limits with you.
So I kind of want to address the fact that starting YouTube or anything like this takes like a lot of guts to be able to pick up the camera and talking publicly like this. And I know for myself, I'm very shy with doing all this kind of stuff, as like there's a massive microphone on top of here. But when you start to surround yourself with other people doing the same thing you are and are interested in the exact same thing, it becomes easier and easier. I guess that there's no one really around and it's nighttime, but I would never do this really if I was by myself. So surround yourself with other people who are interested in the same things you are, and it'll all come. It'll all come. They'll motivate you, you'll motivate them, and it just goes on.
We're strangers in the night. We're in a strange delight. Come with me, and you will see. We are bound to be strangers in the night.
So that was fun, wasn't it? Honestly, I had a really great night. We were out for a couple of hours taking photos, making some videos. Honestly, it was really refreshing to meet someone else doing the exact same thing I am, because we were able to relate on so many different levels. It was just refreshing to be in that kind of mind space. Anyway, I'll talk more about that a bit later on. Let's talk about the photos that we took, and here they are. The first one. This one I got down low to shoot from the camera looking up to him. It was so hard to light up that camera, it was just so dark. I shoot on a Canon 100D. It's just a kit lens. I've just used a kit lens and I managed to come up with this. piece here. The next one was, I absolutely love this because of the yellow of his backpack and the yellow that you see, the yellow strips on the road right next to him. And something about this I just think is very moody. This next shot that you're about to see, please don't laugh or anything like that. I'm very new to this. I'm very new to using Lightroom, Photoshop, all of this stuff. So I took a picture of this boat, and we were in the marina, and that was focused there. And then I took another picture of the exact same image, except I focused more on the net that I was shooting through. And so I was inspired by a picture taken by North Borders, and I decided I'm gonna give it a go. I'll give it a crack on Photoshop, and this is what I come up with. I absolutely love it for my very first go. I brought up the colors behind the blue, the oranges, you know, have the cold contrasting with the warmth, and then you have the focus of the boat, of the yacht, straight directly through it. A little thing, I'm not completely 100% with it, because if the more you look at it, the more it starts to feel out of place, and maybe the boat should have been a bit further away. I don't know, but as a first go, I'm pretty stoked with it. This last one, again, I was mucking around with Photoshop, so don't really, probably zoom in on it. You can go over to my Instagram, it's gonna be on there. Instagram _ Cameron McDonnell. I was inspired by another photographer on this one. I can't remember where I saw it, or I was just scrolling through Instagram and I came across a lady touching one of these help boxes or whatever, and it lit up her face, and she was touching like a globe of the world. So I tried to do that for myself, and this is what I come up with. So again, first go, I'm okay with it, I think. And I suppose I'm just going to keep, it's all about repetition, you know. The more you do this stuff, the better you're going to get at it. Now, that's it about the photos. I want to talk about the community, and like I said earlier in this vlog, that I'm not the type of person to really put up the camera by myself, to put up the camera, talk to it in public. I'm terrified of it, because I have this insecurity about myself where everyone's like watching me and I don't like all the attention. And yet when I get into post and I start editing these videos, they all come together, and that's what I love. That's what I love doing. So the first struggle for myself is getting over that first hump of not caring what people think when I'm holding the camera up in front of my face. And I know I can't be the only one. I can't be the only one thinking this, so that's why I reached out to people in my area who are doing the same things that I am, who are interested in photography, videography, who want to make it on YouTube to build an audience so that they can eventually make a living out of doing something that they love. That's why I reached out and I met up with Alan, who's been doing this on and off for a couple of years, and I'll put his link in the description down below. You can go check him out. And I tell you what, it became so much easier because I was with someone else doing the exact same thing I was, and I wasn't so embarrassed or insecure about myself because I wasn't the only one doing it. But a little tip, wherever you are in the world and you're starting YouTube or anything like that, find people in your area, where you are, in your location, who are doing the same thing as you. Meet up with them, collaborate with them, go out, shoot together, film together, take photos together, and you'll build your own little community within your town, within your location. That's what I'm trying to do right now. That's what I'm doing here in London, and it worked out a treat. So that's a little motivation and inspiration for you, and that's all I have for today. So thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please consider, hang on a second. Please consider liking and subscribing, because it helps my channel out. And I'll see you in the next video.